What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we have our week 4 lower A workout. And the exercise we're going to go through today is the standing calf raise machine. So it's a pretty simple isolation exercise, so I'll keep this video short, but I did want to give you guys just a few little cues and tips to really help you get the most out of this exercise. So first thing I do is wedge my shoulders underneath the pads. One tip with this exercise is once you get yourself on the platform is really just to make sure that the weight is distributed over the balls of your feet. So you don't want to be on your toes, and you don't really want to be, have the platform in your arch. You want it to be where the weight is distributed on the balls of your feet. From here, all you'll do is lower the weight stack down, thinking about lowering your heels down towards the floor. Once your calves are fully stretched, pause for maybe 1.5 to 2 seconds, and then contract your calves and drive the weight stack upwards. One tip with this exercise is really just to keep everything nice and tight and in a straight line. So as you perform the exercise, as you lower your heels towards the ground, pause for 1 to 2 seconds and then contract your calves. Really try to keep it so that way your shins stay vertical, your chest stays vertical, your head and neck stays vertical, so everything stays looking straight ahead. So what can happen is as people start to contract their calves and lift the weight stack up, they'll actually start to lean forward a little bit. And so this actually reduces a little bit of tension at the top of the movement. So really just try to keep everything in a straight up and down vertical line. And then another cue would be once you are fully stretched at the bottom, once you've paused, just like with every other exercise, really thinking about from the very beginning, contracting your calves. So the very first thing that should be moving is thinking about to move the weight is contracting your calves. So not pushing up through your quads, not shrugging with your shoulders. Really focus on moving the weight with your calves and then keeping that weight distributed over the balls of your feet throughout the entire range of motion. And then one last little cue is as you do this exercise, it's okay to have a little bit of bend in your knees as you lower the weight down. You can keep it straight or bend if you want. I do a little bit of a bend just to kind of reduce tension in my knees a little bit. But as you contract, as you raise the weight stack up, you don't want to lock your knees out at the same time, because then you're using your quads a lot to move the weight versus your calves. So if you do, kind of have a little bend in your knees as you lower the weight down, then at the bottom, just make sure that your legs are pretty much straight, or that they're at least fixed in the same position as you contract your calves. That way you don't end up raising the weight stack with your quads and taking tension off of your calves. All right. As always, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. Have a great workout, and I'll see you next time.